What's going on, guys? Operation Moon here with another video. Just want to start off by thanking everyone for watching my previous content. It's greatly appreciated. Almost to 350 subs, so hey, if you like the content, hit that sub button, drop a like. Let me know in the comments if there's any other tokens you'd like me to look at, and I can do some research on them. In today's video, just an update on Bonfire. Now, as some of you may know, the market is on a downward trend at the moment. I mean, Bitcoin is just bouncing between, 40K and 30K, or that range, kind of impacting everything. Wanted to touch a bit on Bonfire now. We'll do a price breakdown as well as some of the latest information. And also there's an interesting Reddit post where I've touched on it in a previous video. I truly don't believe that the Bonfire team is engaging enough with their audience on social media. I understand that marketing might not be the ideal time to pay for marketing at the moment due to the current market status overall, but just engaging with the community and letting everybody know that they are still there. I think that's something that the team should be looking into. But regardless of that, let's jump into it. So we're going to head straight across to the Bonfire Whale Watcher. Now, I'll put a link to this in the description. I'll also put a link in there to my other Bonfire videos. But basically, this is a Whale Watcher website that just shows the fluctuation and the change of the token. Now, as you can see, it updates every 24 hours. So about 12 hours into this cycle. Now, we haven't really been getting any holders. This is the graph here. It's actually negative holders, but regardless of that, we're on a steady incline for weeks there where we were accruing thousands, hundreds, if not thousands a day. Now, since the 5th of June, this is all it's showing us is the last week. It's just been going down. Now, basically, we're down to, on the 10th of June, we got 2 holders. And then on the 11th of June, we got negative 13. Now, that's fine. I don't expect it to continually drop. It's just interesting that there's still a lot of paper hands in, even though this is the kind of token that you put your investment in, whatever you're happy to invest, and just leave it there. Come back to it in months, years, whatever it may be. I mean, keep an eye on it on the side, but I'm just here to give you some information around what's currently going on. So basically, here's the supply chart. Now, obviously, because there's not much traffic, there's not much buying and selling, there's not much being earned. So we go to the whale watching tab here. It'll show us the change. Now, as you can see, the humpbacks, as they are referred to in this, 29 of them, there isn't much change. Now, don't get me wrong, this guy sold 17K, 157 billion worth. But that's about it. There's nothing. So the first full page is just nothing. Nothing. Some of them are accruing more. A little $200 deposit there, which is great. So we'll touch on the market cap in a moment because it has drastically dropped. But if we just go to the 24-hour change, that's it. In the last 24 hours, the biggest sell-off was 43K. So, and that's it. And then do we have any? So there's still a lot of purchases coming through. Not much. Obviously, the trading volume in the last 24 hours, I dare say, is probably just around 100K, if that. But it's good news. Obviously, there's consolidation in the market, and the people that are in this for the long term aren't moving. Hence, the 29 humpback whales, there's 2 that have made a sale in the last day or 2. But either way, we will keep on looking. Now, heading over to the socials here, not much. They've still got 63K followers. They like to post these contests on Reddit and stuff and Twitter, and that's cool. They did the art thing a while back, but just more engagement, more details about what you're doing. We shouldn't have to wait for every AMA to get an update on where you guys are at. Now, how did you first hear of Bonfire? This is cool, but it's a 2-month-old token now, and we want a bit more engagement to keep the hype. Now, I know they've got a lot on. Social platform, Firestarter, the app, everything like that. They've got heaps, but they need somebody to be continually engaging with the community. Now, it is a great community, don't get me wrong. It's not a criticism, it's just an observation of just engage more to get more hype around the token. This is a cool post though. There's a business that are now taking it. It's a tattoo shop. And they're accepting Bonfire, so that's really cool. Yeah, look, not much on the Twitter front. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the price at the end, but we're going to jump across to this post on Reddit. Now, it's an individual basically giving his opinion on all the FUD in the market now, specifically around Bonfire, and he's broken it down. This is just his opinion, which I agree with some of it. Some of the points I agree with, other points I don't, but regardless, I think it's a good read, and I'll post a link to it. But basically goes along the lines of saying that it's only been around for 2 months, and there's a good line here where he basically says at one point it was valued at $500 million. There's only 135 private companies in all the United States that are valued over $1 billion. So it's just to put it in perspective of how quickly this grew, and just put it into perspective of how quickly these other tokens are growing and their value. It's some of the value of these tokens that have been around for 3 months is worth more than the top 200 American businesses. Some of these tokens that have been around for 2 to 3 months that have like $1 billion market cap or more are, going to be in the top 200 businesses in the US. Like, it's just insane, even though that's based on a dollar value or a market cap value. So what he does here, he gives a bit of a breakdown. This indication is how it's following Doge, search volume, like Google trend data, like, yeah. So saying, as you can see, Doge pumping had to make a correlation with Bonfire. I mean, I don't think the correlation is between Doge and Bonfire. I understand that if you looked at this, then you can compare the two, but you can do that with any crypto at this point because the correlation is between BTC, the BTC and Doge, and then sure, you could say Doge and Bonfire, but it's the same. I understand where he's going with it, but basically he touches on the paid marketing. So it wouldn't be beneficial to the Bonfire team to actually pay for marketing right now. I completely agree. They just need to engage more with their socials, which is not hard. That's free. It's not going to cost any money. Just engage more. Keep the team, keep your audience up to date. But anyway, I won't dive into it. I'll post it. You can have a read. Now we'll jump into the price. So just want to start off with BTC here. Now, this is BTC over the last few days. Touched 31,000 all the way down here. Now, the last time we touched 31,000 would be just back on the 24th of May. But regardless, we've touched 31,000. We've pumped all the way back up, which some coins were impacted by this. Some coins did rise again, but some just consolidated. Now, that being said, in the last, literally, this is the 1 hour time frame. The last few hours, we have had a massive sell-off. Now, BTC sell-off, that is, so that takes it from a good, 37.5 all the way down to 35. So 2K in the last 4 hours. So we'll jump across to Bonfire. Now, we're on the 4 hour candles here. Let me just jump back to the ones. And you will see, same thing, like this is the massive sell-off that happened the other day, which is in my last video. We've had some sideways movement, and then we've had another sell-off. The interesting thing here is, I don't know if you notice what's going on, but that's another 12% dump. So it's okay, like I said, we just had a look. Whales aren't selling off. Whales have still got their tokens, so who's selling off? It's probably the paper hands. It's probably all the individuals that put a small amount in that are worried that they're going to lose it or have already lost some, so they're selling off. That's cool, but 40% dip, 36% dip in the last few days. What is concerning is this market cap is just going down. 60 mil in the last video, now it's at 52 mil. Don't get me wrong, it's the long-term game. It's just something to keep an eye on. So if this continues to drop and everybody keeps, selling, this will just continue to go down. Now, what I am concerned about here is let's have a quick look. We haven't been this low since the 6th of May. All right, so we are now dangerous territory. We are, yeah, very low. So it's been over a month since we've been at this level. And actually, I am curious here. What was it like back then? Yeah. So it's around this zone right here. If we... Alright, so that's concerning. That would be it here. Alright, so ideally, right out here, it's consolidated around this zone before, which is not unfamiliar territory. But if we dip all the way past this point, I see us going back to this area here for a while. Could be a point of resistance. Hopefully we don't break that. If we break that level there, which is the a bit more 7850 range, I don't know where we'll end up. Obviously that's if people are selling and market cap's going down and there's not a pump with Bitcoin. So like I've said previously, it's the long-term game with this token. It's just, you know, you obviously want to see it continue to go up and you want to see engagement from the team. But look, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, drop a like, hit subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon.